I'm gonna click got it.
So, hey, everybody, I would like to introduce you to Miss Andrea Brock with Andrea Brock Healing. How are you today?
I'm great. How
So,
about you?
Andrea, you and I are in a women's networking group in Lehigh Valley, and you were a guest speaker for that group. And there's so many different things that you do that I just really wanted to have the opportunity for you to share with everyone. Who is Andrea Brock? How did you get into doing what you're doing, and what services do you provide, and in what areas do you provide it?
Okay, that's a lot of questions.
I
really don't
know.
have much time, so I'll keep it concise. Well, I was raised in a very strict religious environment, and at a certain point in my life, I realized that no longer served me and my highest good. So I left that and radically changed my life. And on that journey of exploration, of finding things out, I ended up being guided to energy healing work, which benefited me personally and really helped me through those huge transitions and pretty much the rug being ripped out from under me in all levels. And it really saved me. So it sort of became a pay it forward to learn more about it. I was going to become a therapist. That was my plan. I was going to go to school for that. And I interviewed different types of therapists. And while it felt right on some level, there was something really missing in it for me.
Okay.
And then I started learning more about the mind, body, spirit connection, that it was more than just talking, because I think we all know people that have been in therapy for 20 years,
Right.
And they could
right.
be therapists themselves. They have it all figured out, but yet they've not, perhaps, unless they've got a good therapist, they've not had significant change in their life.
Right.
And I discovered more of those reasons because though that cellular memory, things from trauma or events, things get stuck in your body. So you can talk about it all you want, but if it's not being addressed in the energy field and in the body, things are going to continue.
Okay, so explain to me what you mean by energy healing, and what is there a name for that? What is it that you do?
Okay. There are many types of energy healing.
Okay.
Many types. Ultimately, if you just kind of, for me to sort of summarize what it is, the different types of energy healing modalities are all come down to helping the person to live in a whole state, not just part of you existing, but really engaging every part of your life, your body, to live in joy and to be able to navigate through stressful times, to be able to thrive, not just survive.
Okay.
So a lot of these processes, there's many different ones that I do, and anyone can look under the services under specifically more under the healing on my website. They can see the different names of them. But essentially, with many of the sessions that I do with clients, we will have some dialogue in the beginning to see where the person's at, what they want. Because some people come to me, maybe they're in the middle of big projects, they need to have a lot of clarity and focus, and they need their intuition sharpened. So I have a lot of that, like maybe more executives coming for that type of session. I have other people that have gone through different maybe childhood issues, traumas, different things they want to help process because they're seeing that the trauma is impacting their life, that they're not able to move forward. So the services I provide are for really all ages. I mean, I've everything from, I've had little children, little kids, babies that I've worked with up until, those that are seniors. Okay. And so essentially for many of the services, not all of them, but the person is fully clothed, lying on a massage table, and then I'm intuitively drawing on those different things that I've learned to do over time and working on the person head to toe, either not actually touching the person or a light touch. Reiki is one of the things I think a lot of people have heard about. Mm-hmm. So it might feel like, as I'm working the person, it could feel like heat coming from my hands, but really that's energy. It's not actual heat. It's not like fever or something.
Okay. So how long does one of those sessions take for you? Is it something that it's done once and they're going to automatically feel better? Is it something that it's, it's 15 minutes? Is it an hour? I've never seen it done before. So explain it to me a little bit.
Yeah, the healing session itself is an hour usually. That seems to be like a good time frame.
Okay.
And again, I'm not doing just one thing. I will also use sound between my voice and other different instruments I have, like the Tibetan singing bowls as an example. I'll also use stones and crystals simultaneously and essential oils. So there's a lot of different things that will happen during the session. So that part is an hour. And usually during the session, people will typically experience seeing colors, even though their eyes are closed. They will feel, maybe they know that I'm at their head, but they will feel like energy, things tingling and things running through their body. I might move to a different area of the body and they'll still feel like I'm in another part.
Okay.
So we joke around that it's like octopus healing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So are you talking with them during this and asking questions of are they feeling things, or are they just truly quiet and you've got them in like a relaxation mode that you're moving their energy?
There are a couple of sessions where yes, there is dialogue, but that's because that's for a specific purpose. If we are looking for energy patterns with an issue they're dealing with, but the majority of times, no, I tell the person, whatever they need to do in the session, if they need to express or say something, go for it. They're not interrupting me. But for the most part, I don't talk, and the person goes into a very deep meditative state. Like one client called it a forced meditation.
Okay.
They feel like they're floating on the table, or also feeling heavy into it, like they can't move even. So just a very deep meditative state, but very aware while their body is feeling super relaxed.
And how do you get them out of it then? Do you have like a whole process to bring them back to reality?
Yeah. It seems to just happen. At the very end, there's a few different things, that I do at the end to bring them back. And of course, I tell people, don't jump off the table, because you might think, oh, I feel great. And then, whoa, you're kind of dizzy. So usually they will regroup for a few minutes.
Now, do you have a location that you work out of? Do you go to people's houses? How do they connect with you?
Yes, I do work out of my home office. Yes.
So they come to you?
Yes, they come to me. Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes I will do other events. Like I have had times where I have gone to people's homes where there's like a unique situation. I know one time there was somebody who was completely bedridden. They couldn't come to my space. So I have gone to people's homes, but more often than not, they are coming here. But some of the services I provide are done remotely.
Okay.
Or have ability to be done remotely, even the healing sessions as well.
Really?
So there's a number of that. And the latest thing that I'm doing is I'm currently in the midst of a certification program to become a Veda sex, love, and relationship coach.
Okay.
And that is all tantric based. So it's all about energy and helping people, through different techniques and processes to be able to have satisfaction in all areas of their life. And those are typically can all be done, through video.
Okay. Wow. And so how long have you been doing this overall?
Oh my goodness, like 15 years, I think. And I just keep adding on, like I keep being guided to processes. Like one thing that I do, quantum healing hypnosis technique, which is a past life, beyond a past life regression type work. Dolores Cannon was my teacher. She's passed away now, but a client had brought a book in and said, I'm supposed to give you this book. And I started reading it, and it answered some things for me personally. And I'm like, I'm supposed to learn how to do this and be a facilitator of this. So that's sort of how things come along. Like I just know if I hear about something, I know if I'm supposed to learn it so that I can share it and help people with it. Just like this coaching program that I'm in right now.
So without, obviously disclosing the innocent, is there one client that you saw remarkable things happen because they went through your service and it was just like, wow, this is why I get up every day and I do what I do?
That actually happens a lot. Like
Okay.
it wouldn't just be one person. I could share a number of stories of that. And that's why I love what I do. I've seen people who have sought help in other, maybe in more traditional methods, and have just been quite just completely desperate, like not having any change. And I do remember one time with someone who had later told me they had planned their suicide, and huge difference. I didn't know that at the time,
Right.
and then and they came in, and there was a certain body processes that I do from Access Consciousness. That's another one. And I did that. I was guided and intuitively that was what she needed. And that night went out, was having fun, and snapped a picture, and you wouldn't even know it was the same person.
Wow. That is so
that was
awesome.
years ago. And that person I'm very close with now. So yeah.
So is there anything I should have asked you that I didn't ask you that you wish I had asked you that you want to tell us now?
I think you do a great job asking questions. No, one thing I do want to say is that right now it is really important for people to be kind and loving with each other.
Your story.
And to be, the biggest thing on the planet right now is if everyone can be more tolerant, and maybe you don't agree with choices people are making, but being just every day doing something kind for somebody, whether it's holding the door, doing the paying for the car behind you,
right, right,
in the drive-through, whatever it is, I know the other day I felt inclined to send someone I hadn't spoken to in a while, and I just felt inclined to send them a message letting them know how much I love them, and it just made their day. But I think if people more focus on those things,
absolutely,
because none of us have all the answers, and the truth is somewhere in between the two opinions of things. So just if people are kind to each other, that's the big thing.
I think that's a great way to end. So if people want to know about all of your different services, your website, I'll let you say it. I know what it is. I've got it written down, but what is your website to show all your services?
So it's AndreaBrockHealing.com or .org, both work.
And you're also on Facebook. You're on everything.
Yes, and I have a Facebook page, Andrea Brock Healing. So all my classes and events, because I do workshops, different times, and people will have me go to their locations to do them as well. I'm available for travel. So everything's there on the website.
Well, thank you, Andrea, so much for taking the time to chat with us. I know that we had talked once before, like I said, for our women's group, but that only went out to them. So this gets to go out to everybody. And guys, as you can see, she's very sincere in wanting to help you with bettering your health and bettering and satisfying your life. So give Andrea a call. And thanks again, Andrea.
Thank you, Shelby.
Bye, guys.
Bye.